Hey, Sage here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for TSLA. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide target and invalidation levels for present accounts. Let's get going. Starting from 4-hour time frame, let's take a look at this correction first here on RSI. We can see that this trend line has been tagged multiple times here, starting from 4th of April, tagging it the trend line first at 4th of May, then at around 17th of May, 23rd of May, and then breaking it around 25th of May. This would indicate that whatever we have here starting from these highs of up here is done. This whole leg is done. Okay, so we have to be keeping that in mind when we are looking at the counts. So overall we were looking at this as a ABC, ABC, and then some structure behind it. Now we're using arithmetic scale for this structure as we did not tag the 85.4 on this one, so we can have the WXY here. So we could have this whole structure done here already and have the wave Y here. It is possible, again these are downgraded just because of the time element here, but it is possible that this whole structure of WXY is done. WXY here for the wave Y as well. Now it has completed its purpose of creating a lower low than we had here, so that is all fine. The only thing I don't like about it is just because of the time element. We have the 0.618 of the W wave comparison for the wave Y is all the way down here. A few days, 10th of June, so next week would be the time when this would happen. But again, it is not needed, but if there is still a possibility that this structure here that we are coming up is climbing up correctively for the wave B and then another dump downwards. Again, this could take months on end as the one-to-one extension is here hiding behind this earning and revenue here. So one-to-one extension here around 25th of July. That would line up really well with this whole scenario where we would have this completing here the wave Y. But we'll see what happens. Now, again, this is basically the same scenario, but again, just with the ABC laid out. But I explained that scenario as well. Other one is saying that we have a logarithmic scale in use, and on logarithmic scale we do get back to this 85.4 retracement of the first leg here. So this should be on that color. So here we have a couple of different options. We're looking for the wave C, as this is an ABC structure, so we are looking for 5 waves. I'll label this as 1, 2, 3, currently making the possible 4 and then looking for the wave 5. This would come most likely around the same area here as at the earnings, but we'll see what happens time wise, as it is not really that structural event, but we'll see. I've labeled this again internally to end here. We do have some kind of divergence here at the end of the third. I wouldn't be expecting this to be ending for this kind of structure though, but again the extension here for the third wave is quite high or quite low, 3.236 of the wave 1 for the wave 3. Now what we're looking for is some kind of structure that would correct us higher for the wave 4. If we are breaking this $823 area at which we are getting to the 0.5 retracement of this third wave, we could be looking at something else again. Now we do have some kind of structural support or resistance here at that point, right on the dot, so definitely need to be keeping an eye on this one. I think I've labeled it here as well. No, I didn't. Let's add it here on the horizontal lines. Now let's zoom in a bit so this is not as cluttered, and let's close this one for now. So on both cases there is a possibility that we ended something here. We did have divergence between this last leg here indicating that we could have something ended here. We did even have a divergence between these two, as you can see. So we could have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending a major structure here. Now I've labeled this again as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is possible for wave 1 and wave A. Now for the wave 2, we would be looking at somewhere around the golden pocket and the 0.5. We did hit the 0.5 now already, which was really bearish structure here, really impulsive structure. I'm still in my short setup, and this is definitely looking like we could be correcting one more leg downwards. So that has to be kept in mind if you're still in shorts. But overall, I'm expecting this structure to go higher instead. We could be taking our profits already on the shorts, but I am still expecting this C wave to come downwards. Now, depending of course how high this wave B would go, if we are again saying that we have this ABC structure here, we could be measuring this wave 1. Let's take a look at, well, we have it here, I think. There we go. And we'll add the 0.5 and 0.618 here. So these are basically the areas that we're looking for. The 0.5 would make a lot of sense, that since we do have some kind of resistance usually around the areas where we have the start of the gap, we have basically some kind of magnet coming up for the gaps we are forming, and then before getting accepted into the gap area, we are having this as a resistance zone. So I could see a scenario where we have this 0.5 as a resistance and pivot point basically for the wave B here. At that point, let's take a look at the targets. 1-to-1 extension would be quite low. Let's see if we have some targets here right on the golden pocket as well. 1-to-1 extension would be the one that I would be most likely looking for. We do have this previous structural support here on the golden pocket and some fibs lining up as well. So definitely an interesting area as well. Let's take a look at the volume here. Not much volume overall in that area. This looks really bearish. If we are like breaking this area here where we're currently at, this could be a really bearish scenario, but we'll see what happens. This to me looks like some kind of a 5-way structure though, completing. So we did have some kind of divergences happening from this low here towards both of these lows. So we do have a possibility of this 5-way structure being ended. But yeah, overall, this is again the 1, 2 or a B. I'm looking for the C wave or third wave. Again, around 1.618 we would be pivoting for the idea of this being a third wave instead of the C wave, and this would be a really crucial area. Probably should add the 1-to-1 area here as well, where we were expecting wave C to go to. Again, this would be a really pivoting area for the higher time frame to see what kind of structure we have here overall. Are we favoring the one that is having an end here, or are we favoring the one that we are still having the wave 3 down here where we have started to pivot, right? At that point again, we can be taking a closer look at the higher time frame to see what we are actually expecting on a larger scale. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to share today on Tesla. Link to my Discord server in the description below if you want to join, and let me know as well if you would like me to cover certain other asset on the comments below. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Bye bye.